Hello everyone, Al here. Welcome back to another builder guide and this time for Delhi Civilization. Season 4 is here, and with it came some interesting changes to the Delhi Civilization, which really opens up what you can do with it. So here is a build order for Dome of the Fate 2TC. And I'm gonna talk about it a little bit later why it's strong for Delhi. So we start off with sending all the workers to build a mill on the berries. You queue up some workers from the TC and send the first one goes to the wood line. Scout will just move around and pick up any sheep. You will make sure to put the sheep as close to where you're building the lumber camp. So you put it right here. This worker will build the lumber camp and then go back to kill the sheep. So you're putting the sheep close to the TC to minimize the walking distance here. Next worker goes out to the gold. And you will put down first a house, and then you will put down the lumber camp, the mining camp. The reason why you're getting the lumber camp early on is just to get this little upgrade. It doesn't give a big economic bonus, but it gives some, so you might as well get it. You'll rally TC onto gold until you have 3. And then you will rally back to sheep. Now we're rallying to sheep instead of berries just to minimize the walking distance, since we don't have wheelbarrow just yet. And it's only 2 workers, so we won't be shooing through the sheep as fast anyway. As always with Delhi, remember to get all the upgrades. Now, during this time, you need to have a clear... Since you're not getting a second mosque, you need to think about the placement of the dome, since that serves as a mosque. And you want to be able to connect all the economy buildings to it. But if you're not possible, some spawns might be bad for you. At least try and get the mill and the lumber camp connected. Next worker that comes out will go to the wood line. So you now have 8 on food, 3 on gold. And once you're able to age up, you're gonna bring 3 workers from the berries to do that. And there we go, we get a good dome that connects both the lumber camp, the mill and the mining camp. Perfect. Next worker that comes will help out with the dome. And we're gonna leave 3 workers on gold until it reaches 3835. That's when you're gonna cash in. The reason why we're doing that is that we want just enough gold to get a second scholar out from the dome to speed up all the techs. The workers that are building the landmark will go to stone once they're done. And now is the time for you to start thinking about where to put down the TC, the second TC. So you have scouted your side of the map. So this is a good spot. You have both deer, you have a secondary resource which is lumber. You have berries in the back of it, and you have gold and stone. So this is a good TC spot to be able to rally workers to new resources. You also have this deer over here. You want to put the TC on food, obviously. So you have a nice deer pack over here with resources in the back as well. But I thought this one felt safer and yeah, just easier to defend. So we just keep on rallying workers to the wood line until you have 8 on wood. The next villager that comes out will build a house first and then continue to wood. And at this point, you want to be sure to scout out the opponent, look at what he's doing, what kind of, if he's soon probably soon aged up, and you want to make sure you know if he's putting down any production and so on. So keep scouting around the opponent's base. For the purpose of this video, I wanted to focus just on the macro, so I just led my scout home to be AFK. So when you're aging up, you are putting down a production building to match the opponent, or if opponent doesn't go for production, you're putting down a stable. The reason why you want to put down a stable is to get a horseman out early, so you can start harassing him, try to poke here and there, and force him to make production and units, and that way delay his if he wanna echo boom. So the workers from the landmark goes to stone, and you're rallying to the stone from here on out. You also have a decision to make here with the text. So wheelbarrow is about to finish. You will, if you decide to go on there, you will then get survival techniques. Then you will get horticulture. If you decide to go on berries with your TC, you can go hold horticulture first and then survival techniques. It's up to you, but preferably you can, if you can get there, that will be a really good echo boost for you to have survival techniques already done once you get there. You will, from your landmark, you will queue up one scholar. Make sure to toggle this one on so he stays inside, and then get the efficient production and then sanctity. The goal here is not to get the sacred sites as early as you can. It's about getting a good economy and massing up units, and later on take the sites for you. Alright, so here I did forget to build the mining camp in time. But you should put it down obviously as soon as you can. See, my workers here starts going back, so I had to manually select them to help out with the mining camp. Alright, so we get a horseman in queue, and as I said, for the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna leave him AFK for the moment, but as soon as you get him, you can start harassing the opponent. Alright, there we go, we now have 8 on stone. Now we're gonna shift the TC back to food again, because we want to be able to build up a little bit of a bank of resources, so that once you are able to put down your TC, you will have resources for villagers, and also if there's a little bit of if the opponent is coming to your side, you want to be able to push out a little bit more units to defend with. So you're keeping track of the stone, and once it reaches 850, you can cash it in and move over to the location where you want to place your TC. Here I had a little bit too little wood once I got there, because I did build a new lumber camp, but that's okay. You can just start pushing the deer a little bit. And once you put down your start building your second TC, the TC will be rallied to gold to start getting some gold trickle in. Now, if you are pushed hard, if the opponent is pushing you, or this is harassable, you might want to skip this and just focus on getting some more food and units instead. But if the opponent gives you breathing room, this is perfect to start getting the gold in. Alright, so now the thing why this is strong for Delhi is that you're not having the fastest TC of any kind, but you did it on the back foot of some harassment, or you had units to defend with. You also have all the first tier economic upgrades already in. So you have double broad axe, you have your specialized pick, you can see, and you also already have the survival techniques, which will make these villagers gather food really fast from these deer. So that's really strong benefits for you doing this. So once you have 2 on gold, you're gonna rally this TC back to wood again, and this TC will be rallied to food. Next thing is, of course, once you have 2 works on gold, you wanna start getting a mosque up. So you can start producing scholars from the landmark, and you're gonna shift the upgrades to be done from the mosque. So there we go, and your food economy will be really high as soon as these guys turn in their first round of meat. The food will just pop up. So be sure to send these workers over to wood now. So here's also depending on what the opponent is doing. I would say doing putting workers on gold and getting a mosque is a little bit greedy, perhaps, if he's pushing on you. So you want to focus on getting some military out. But if he stays AFK, you can go greedy. You can start getting scholars, and you can also get your blacksmiths up before you get the next production building. So there we go, double blacksmith to get all the military upgrades. So now I sent my food workers over to those from sheep, send them over to wood. And next I'm gonna try to get the last production building up, which will be the archer range. And from here on out it's mostly about massing units and having a really strong economy. There we go. And as you can see, my food is really doing good at this moment. So I can continuously make horsemen. I can also support this archer range. What I also can do is, since we're Delhi and we got efficient production early on, is, as you can see in a moment, I'm gonna pop out the scholars and make this count as 2 stables, and this will count as 2 archer ranges. So there we go. We are 850 into the game. We have all the tier 1 eco upgrades done that we need. We have 2 TCs and we have 4 efficient production buildings. So 2 stables and 2 archer ranges. These once they get inside, the production speed will be cut down to half. So now it's all about massing units. And as you can see, the timing of this is quite good as well. You have Sanctity about to come in 20 seconds. And you are really now starting to mass up units. Now the opponent might have a bigger army than you at this point, so you're just gonna play it safe and mass units yourself. But as soon as, if you're possible to, this is the moment when you can start pulling the scholars out and go grab the sites. And that's basically it for this build order guide. You're probably gonna wanna have a quite long feudal with this, just so you can get all the blacksmith upgrades down, and you can start securing the sites, and you will really be able to have a big army. The thing I struggle the most with is actually remembering to put down houses, because you will be pumping out units so fast. You will pump out scholars, you will have 4 production buildings. I actually added a 5th one here. And you will have 2 TCs pumping out villagers, so remember putting down houses. So, there it is. You will have a strong economy, and you will have really a lot of units to start taking the sites. And yeah, and which matchups is this good or bad? I think it's probably viable in most matchups. If you're playing a mirror match versus Delhi, maybe not, because he will getting all the sides for free, and that's too big of an eco advantage for him. If you're playing against English and they are pushing out with a lot of longbows and spears early on, that might also be a problem for you. French, you just go some spears to defend your second TC. I think you should be fine. But yeah, try it out. See how it feels. I think it has a lot of potential. Yeah, one more thing. As soon as you have secured your first sacred site, you can send the workers from gold off to whatever resource you need. And also, once you start moving out to the next sacred site, it's a good thing to add in a market and just trade the bonus gold for whatever resource you need at the moment. Alright, so I think that is it for this one. I hope you enjoyed this guide. A different way to play the Delhi. I think it's a very strong build. Please let me know in the comments down below what you think of it. And I have plenty more guides planned for the future, so make sure to subscribe to the channel. Yeah, see you next time. Alright, bye.